former photo engraving and processing manufacturing operation outside of downtown Indianapolis, was found to have released high levels of chlorinated solvents into the groundwater, creating a large groundwater plume, threatening to impact the White River nearby. The former manufacturing plant was originally owned and operated by a chemical manufacturer who used the site as a paint shop and warehouse from 1955 to 1991. In 1994, a new tenant began manufacturing rubber plates used in photo engraving and eventually ceased operations in 2004, leaving the site vacant. Wilcox Environmental, a leading consulting firm based in Indianapolis, was hired by the responsible party to assess the site, and in the process discovered the plume had migrated across a major thoroughfare and was quickly approaching the river.
We have a fairly long, kind of textbook cigar-shaped, chlorinated groundwater plume. It started at our source and is kind of flowing southward towards the river.
The primary chlorinated volatile compounds detected in the plume were PCE, TCE, and Cis-DCE.
The client hired us to take a look at the problem and see what we would do about it. We decided that Regenesis Products was the way to go.
There was a lot of investigation from Wilcox's side and working with us and identifying some of the differences throughout the transects because it is a challenging site.
I've worked with Regenesis maybe 18 years now on different sites, petroleum, chlorinated, so I've got a long history working with Regenesis. When you found something that works, you stick with it. I mean, it's proven. This was not a tough sell to our clients. We showed them the previous results on similar sites using these products and showed them what we had planned to do here. They liked it and authorized our proposal, and here we are.
Wilcox Environmental worked with Regenesis to design a combined remedy to cost-effectively address the migration of the plume and remediate the chlorinated solvent impacts on the site.
We've put together quite a portfolio of sites with Wilcox. We've worked for several years together now, and we've got a good recipe. We've been successful on several sites utilizing PlumeStop and ZVI, so when this site came to be, it was a pretty easy conversation to have, and being able to look at these other sites that we've had success on, and how do we duplicate that here.
As part of their evaluation and site characterization, the team employed the use of flux tracers to determine the targeted treatment zones for the application of the combined remedy.
We were able to refine our initial injection plan. We were able to kind of thin up the injectant area. We were able to save the client about $380,000 in injected material.
After the flux tracers were implemented, we changed our dosage based on where the contaminant mass was and wasn't. We've also had to adjust based on what intervals we've needed to inject into. Ultimately, it's field work, not lab work, so we have to be flexible.
The final design incorporated a suite of Regenesis amendments, including PlumeStop, S-MicroZVI, 3D microemulsion, and BDI+. The combined remedy was injected using direct push technology in the identified treatment zones.
We are doing a pretty comprehensive placement validation plan at each barrier location as we go. Being able to adapt and overcome some of those challenges, working with Wilcox and understanding as a team how we work together has really benefited us on a project of this size.
The use of PlumeStop, S-MicroZVI, and 3DME used in combination is especially effective on industrial manufacturing sites like this and is used to treat a wide range of groundwater contaminants.
Depending on how rapidly we see the reductions in the chemicals, we may be able to save our clients some additional money by reducing the frequency of sampling and or reporting with the state agency. Cost is always a factor, but clients also want to be done. Now, while PlumeStop was not our least expensive option, it was the best one. There are other products out there, they just don't work as well. PlumeStop is kind of the gold standard. It's proven to work to get these chlorinated solvent plumes, cleaned up quickly so that we can close sites out.
I like that the work I'm doing is really affecting where I live, so it's cool to be like a little bit more connected to this job site.
I always tell my guys I work with, we're not quite superheroes, but we're protecting people in the only way that we can. So I get to, deal with science, work outside, which I love doing, and do a little bit of good for people and the environment, I think I'm pretty fortunate.
For more information on Regenesis's full suite of in-situ soil and groundwater remediation solutions and services, go to www.regenesis.com.